Jenny Chao, and thank you for joining me for this very brief standing movement practice to help you get into your body and your breath. So take a moment now to stand nice and tall and lift your toes up. You can even look down and see your toes. Try to really spread them and then lay them back down onto the ground. Your stance can be roughly hips width distance, so that's about the width of 2 fists in between your big toe knuckles, or you can step a little wider if you like. And just take a few moments to stand in your feet and find your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and exhale. Let your next inhale now sweep the arms out, around, and overhead. Look at your hand. Make a prayer overhead, and let your exhale lead that prayer through the midline down. Again, inhale, sweep the arms out, around, and overhead. Once they get up there, look at your hands. Make a prayer, and exhale, trace your midline with that prayer. So just finding your arms moving in space. Inhale, out, around, and overhead. Look at your hands. Exhale, lead that prayer through the midline with your exhale. Just 2 more like that, starting to feel the shoulders warm up. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Look at your hands. Prayer through the midline on your exhale out. One more time. Breathe in, sweep the arms out, around, and overhead. Exhale, lead that prayer down the midline. Let your arms dangle by your side. Just take a breath in and a breath out. Again, as you inhale, lift the arms up and overhead. Breathe in. This time on the exhale, you'll bring a prayer down the midline, but once you get to your skull, take your hands to the back of your skull, interlace your hands behind your head. There's a bony ridge back there, your occipital bone, and just take a breath to traction your own spine out by lifting up with the hands. You might even imagine that you grow about 1 inch taller. And breathe out. Keep your stance like this. Keep your hands behind your head. And on your next breath in, now close your elbows around your face like little horse blinders. Exhale, tuck your chin into your chest, and like you have little weights on your elbow tips, soften your knees. You're going to roll your spine down, leading with the elbows. This might take a couple of breaths. The knees can be as bent as they need to. And once you get to your lowest point, take a breath in and exhale. Just kick that in reverse and start to round your way back up. Again, it might be a breath or 2. Try not to grip the toes as you come on up. Once you get to the top, once you lift the chin, widen the elbows, take a breath in. Side bend towards your right elbow. Let the elbow lead against leg. You have a weight on your elbow. Take a full inhale here. Spread through the wings of your elbows. Breathe out. Inhale, bring yourself back to center and to the left. Like you have a weight on your elbow. Let it drop off to the side. Breathe well into your right lung, your right side waist. You might even feel your right foot stepping a little harder onto the ground. Another breath in to widen your 2 elbows apart. And breathe out. Again, inhale, upright yourself to center, and exhale, T the arms nice and wide. Keep your arms in a nice T and just step your feet nice and wide. We're going to move with the breath now. Press into your feet. Feet are parallel. Arms reach up. Breathe in. As you exhale, turn your right toes out, and warrior 2 to your right. Inhale, back to center, pivot the feet, parallel the feet. To the left, warrior 2, bend your left knee, sink your hips a little or a lot. Inhale again, come to center, pivot the feet till they're parallel. To the right, warrior 2, breathe out. Again, inhale, straighten the leg, pivot the feet, arms reach up. To the left, warrior 2, breathe out. So warming up the hips now, one more time each side. Come on back to center, parallel the feet, arms reach up. To the right, warrior 2, bend your right knee and T the arms. Come on back to center, straighten the 2 legs, pivot the feet, arms reach up. Warrior 2 to the left. Again, come on back to center, take a full breath in, reach the arms up and parallel the feet. This time sweep the arms back behind you and catch an interlace of the hands. Take a breath in, lift the heart like your fists now were a weight, just kind of dropping back behind you. Let that weight of the arms pick up the heart, breathe in. You can bend your knees any amount to forward bend in between your legs. If it's helpful for you to keep your arms in the overhead plane clasped, go ahead and do so. Or you can drop the hands in the direction of the earth to support yourself any amount. Take a full inhale and exhale. If your hands are still interlaced behind you, just change the interlace of your fingers by slipping one thumb and index over. And just take 2 more breaths as you are. Remember, the knees can be as bent as they need to be. Try to put some weight into the toes of your feet. When you're ready, you'll lift up halfway. Get your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to get into the hips a little bit more. Bend your right knee and just shift your weight over to your right leg. Try not to pick up the left foot. It's a variation on Skandasana. You can move your hands to help you. Take an extra breath there and just make your left foot really heavy to the earth. We'll move to the other side. You can walk your hands over to your left foot. Bend your left knee. Keep the whole sole of the right foot down. Any amount. Try to keep lifting the heart. Try not to let your shoulders collapse. Getting to the inner leg line. Getting to the outer hips and the bottoms of your feet. Another breath in and out. Walk yourself back through center, hands underneath shoulders. And then again, forward bend over your legs. Knees can still be soft. We're going to come back up to stand. So press your feet firmly into the ground. Inhale, rise all the way up and take the arms up toward the ceiling. Breathe in. Hands to hips on your breath out. Now turn your heels in and your toes out. And come down to a goddess squat. So bring the legs in as much as you need to and bend the legs. You can put your hands onto your thighs for a little support at first or keep them on your waistline. It helps to get your ankles right underneath your knees. Make sure your knees and toes go out in the same direction and not more on the toes. Put your hands on your thighs now, everyone. Give a nice push into your thighs. Your shoulders will come up by your ears and just take a breath in here and you're kind of tractioning your own spine to make it as long as possible. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale now, keep your hands there, dip your right shoulder to the midline and turn to the left. Stay here for a breath or 2, just keep pushing your right thigh away from you. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Come on back to center, push equally into both hands. To the other side. Left shoulder dips down toward the midline. You'll twist to your right. Again, shoulders will come up by the ears. It's like you're trying to push into your legs so your spine can grow another inch. Take another breath in here. And a breath out. Bring yourself back to center. Tee the arms once more. Inhale, we'll straighten the legs. Parallel the feet, arms reach up, breathe in. Bring the hands back through the midline and down by your side. Step the feet together or about hips width apart once more. Take a breath in now and close your eyes to observe the outer reaches from your toes, your fingers, running up the legs and the arms toward the center of your trunk, toward your breath. Join your hands in front of your heart and tip the chin to greet it. A moment to thank your own body for carrying your spirit every day. When you're ready, inhale to lift the chin, skull to neutral,